Hello. The wrist bone's connected to the hand bone. Hi. Hi, Ria. Hi, Zan. Hi, Uko. How you doing? Wait, the hands have more than one bone in them? And you can't even see them? What? Yeah. Hands. Extremely weird. Hi, everyone. Sorry I couldn't do co-working on Tuesday. It was so much to do at short notice, and the weather has been very weird, so I was just in sloth mode, and I was like, okay, I can do one of these things. Oh, sorry, Kitty. I was moving books right in front of her jumping thing. It's cool. Sometimes life just happens. It just does. But at least like the day at the office wasn't too painful. So it was fine. Wrists have so many bones. It's actually weird. It is. Wrists are surprisingly delicate. Hi, Kitty. Hello. Also, Uko, if I could urgle myself out of bed this morning to go and acquire tiny tomatoes that I will this weekend turn into, like some of them are going in the skillet and the others are going into a little tomato onion salad. If I could urgle myself out of bed to do that, then you can draw hands. Hi. Which is to say, I believe in you. And it'll be fine. How are you all? I hope you're all very well. And I hope that this week has been... I hope this week has been okay. What do you want from me? When I draw skeletons, I always forget our palms underneath are just more finger. Yeah. I gotta... Less thinking about bones. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Meep. This week has been a wild ride. Ending on a high note, though. That's good. That's good. Hi. And I hope that the wild ride wasn't too bad and that there was a fun wild ride at least some of the time. Not bad winding down, even though I've got stuff to do over the weekend. My weekend is actually on Wednesday. Yeah, I have a long weekend because I took today off, and Monday is a holiday, and I took Tuesday off as well. So with just 2 days of PTO, I have a 5-day weekend. And I intend to enjoy it. I do also have stuff to do. But today, yeah, I went and got my groceries, and then I did a little bit of dredge editing. And then I sat and I watched more Dr. Cha. And I watched Kill Boksoon, which is a movie about an assassin, which was very good. Hi, Kitty. And I had salad, and I had pizza, and now I'm here. So, not entirely sure where the day went, if I'm honest, but it was alright. Making what I can of the space to breathe. Can't wait for you to finish Dredge this weekend. It will happen. It will happen this weekend. I will sit down and I will... I was trying to finish it last weekend, but I was just running out of recording time, and I was like, okay, I need to sit down, and I need to I need to just let this percolate in my head. Definitely want to play Dredge, hoping I can pick it up soon. Yes. It is very much recommended. It's very much recommended. What are you doing? What are you trying to eat? Was this a ploy? Was this a ploy to try and stick your nose into my mouth? Interesting. Yeah. Good baby. Criminal mastermind. I mean, let's call that delusions of grandeur, but... Hi. Hi, kitty baby. Yes. Hello. Yes. What is it that you want? Do you want treats? Yes, maybe later you shall have a treat. First I need to... Hold on. Need to do some admin. Cause... Oh, hold on. Gotta tab out of the game for a sec. Cause today we are doing... Oh, we are doing such fun things. We are doing such fun things, folks. Donna's trying to eat my hands. Yeah, so we're doing Jack's loyalty mission, and we're doing Tali's. And then I think we can just mop up some other stuff before we go and get the IFF next week. And then after that, it's already Indie Friday again, and I'm going to be playing Killer Frequency, where you play a radio host and there's murders going on. So we're going to try and solve a murder, maybe? That sounds fun. Donna's valid to eat hands. Listen. Yeah, so with Jack, we're gonna go and explore the facility where she was held and experimented on as a child, and it's not fun. And Tali's mission is maybe slightly less surface level awful, but it is also pretty awful if you get to thinking about it. So, yay! So we're gonna have a great time. Yes. Also, on my own time, I finished Redfall. Soloing the boss fights is somewhat difficult because they're more balanced for an actual crew of people and not for someone playing on their own. For one boss, I definitely shamelessly used cheese because Bloody Tom is a dick. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit in this little entryway and cheese this dude because I've had it up to here. But no, that was fine. And so I finished my first playthrough with Layla. And then because I played only about 20 minutes, half an hour with Dev, and I wanted to see Devinder, and I wanted to see more of his gadgets. I'm playing as him a little bit. But basically the thing is that when you're soloing it, if you're a little bit shit at FPS like I am, you have to rely on stealth a lot, or at least I do. So even though I'm playing a different character, my playstyle probably isn't going to vary overly much, because in the end, all of them are relatively squishy. So yeah, I probably won't be playing it 4 times, is what I'm saying. Hi, Katie. Yeah. What are you doing? Why did you do that? Do you want to sit down? Amma! I know, life is tough. Listen. Life is tough, but that's okay. Anyway. Wait. Kelly, do I have emails? Please tell me I don't have emails. It's Friday night. I don't... Thank God, no emails. Okay. Yay, no emails. Donna, stay over there, please. No, you always futz with my mic. Hold on, I'm just gonna make the cat lie down. Every day there are emails, but not today, apparently. No, I think we've read them. I think we just read them last time.
Messages for you, Commander.
Why, thank you, and then just ran away. That rare and blissful moment when there are no emails. Oh. I mean, I'm already, at my workplace, even if I'm on holiday for 2 weeks or something, it's rare that I have like over 100 unread emails. If you work at an agency and you go on holiday for 2 weeks, you get back to about 1,000. So I'm like, okay, this is not so bad. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, do I just... I don't think I even need to talk to anyone. We can just jump right into it. Ah, yes, and every week I say, oh, I gotta do scanning. I gotta do scanning, and then I don't do it. Goldshot, did you? Okay, let's just do some scanning, cause like, it's not like we're desperately running out of stuff, but I feel better collecting at least a few things. Okay, Donna is lying down, but her ears are going to the side and her tail is going back and forth. So clearly, she's not entirely happy with the situation. Stop oozing towards the keyboard. She just wants to, like, scratch her face on the escape key. Launching probe. That's what she wants. Stop trying to sleep on my keyboard. Look, there's so much EZO here, I have to. Yay! Probe away. Aye. Does anybody else have a long weekend? Like, do you get... What's it called in English? I forget. Every year, I forget. Whit Sunday and Whit Monday? Is that it? Like, do you other people get that? Or is that just us? My scientist brain keeps wondering what element 0 might actually be. I mean, it's got to... Like, there's... Like, drive cores are also referred to as EZO cores. Launching probe. And they're supposed to, like... make ships go very fast. So, I don't know if it's got, like, something to do with, like, oh, hey, this element defies gravity, but I don't know. We do have a bank holiday, but I'm unemployed, so it means nothing to me. Fair. Probe away. I think so, but I'm a freelancer, so bank holidays and things don't really apply to me. Well. Ugh. That's like when you're not in school anymore and you just lose all awareness of school holidays being a thing. Like every time there's at odd times of day a higher concentration of school children, I'm like, are you on vacation? Are you on holiday? Does that is that still a thing they do? Beep. Okay. I applied for a job at the uni and I really hope I get it, but it will be weird to return to knowing the academic calendar. Ooh, I can imagine. Oh yeah, thinking in semesters again? Whoa! I feel sullied and unusual. Oh, we still have Samara's. Oh, okay, we still have Samara's thing open as well. Okay, we can do that. Maybe we can squeeze that in today. Maybe. Anyway, let's get the most horrible one out of the way. And let's go and blow up a thing. Also, Ria, obviously, I very much hope that you get the job that you applied for. Good luck, and if there's any interviews and stuff, let us know so we can keep our thumbs pressed. Jax and Tallies are both relatively short, I think, so we might have time for Samara too. True. They're not very long, are they? Okay, whomst? Tell you what, let's take our good son Grunt. Because I don't think I've taken him with me for this before. Okay, you get subject 0. Let's give you adept. And then let's upgrade your shockwave. Biotic freight train. Da, 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 da. Okay, I gotta remember I gotta take improved then. Do you actually have... Donna. Hello. I do actually have 2 interviews lined up on the next 2 Wednesdays. I'd be thrilled to get either, but I'd leave them for the uni job if I got that. Okay, gotta try and remember that so that I think good thoughts.
I forgot how much I hate this place. See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors. Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. Okay, let's get on the ground.
Universities are usually pretty nice places to work at. The environment is pretty chill, even if you work in admin. I love the environment. I've been an admin in a department I love, so that would be wonderful. That sounds good. Beep. Okay.
Let's just get in there and plant the bomb in myself. I want to watch this place burn.
We can make that happen. Philosophy. That's what I got my bachelor's in. Nice. That sounds lovely.
I never saw this room. I think they brought new kids in these containers. They were messed up and starving, but alive. Usually.
Yikes. Must be an interesting place to be around. Aye. This place, less so. Oh, this place is not fun. Yes, let's hack it. Because we're gonna have such a great time on Pragia. If I can ever find the next code bit, anyway. Something, something, have a great time. Significantly less so. Hey, look, we got, whoops, 3,000 credits out of it, at least. Let's open a door.
The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew...
He won't find out. The elusive man requested operation logs again. He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did.
They were sneaking around behind the elusive man's back.
He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man.
Oh, there's a lovely conversation with Miranda to be had about this place. Ugh.
I remember escaping to this room, fighting here. I saw sunlight through the cracks in the ceiling. Only a half-dead guard between me and freedom. He was begging for his life.
Cheery. Yeah, Jack was not kidding about the... Oh, puppies, no!
We've been spotted.
Yeah, by dogs.
I can take you.
As I was saying, Jack was not kidding about the vegetation. Oh, good, an old bloodstain. Where? Which one? Which one of the many bloodstains, game? That one.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here. Pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell.
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
How often did they do this?
I was in a cell my whole life. Sometimes they took me out and made me fight. Filled me with drugs, other stuff. Time gets funny in a cell.
Did other children die in these fights?
I was a kid, filled with drugs. I got shocked when I hesitated. Narcotics flooded my veins when I attacked.
They actually rewarded you for attacking.
I still get warm feelings during a fight.
Let's keep moving.
Hell yes.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject Zero is going to get loose. I need
Hi,
permission to
Spaceberry.
terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides Zero are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin the...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation.
Hi! Hello, Spaceberry, and welcome to Mass Effect 2.
This
And
place is supposed to be empty. Who the fuck shot that Baron? It's a fresh kill.
and this wonderful loyalty mission. Oh, there. Okay. Whee! I am Jack's horrifying backstory. Whoops. Yep, and you punched that door, Shepard. You elbow that door. Good job. I've been playing Redfall and I've been playing Outer Worlds, so my thumbs are not conditioned for any of this. It's like I keep wanting to, man, fuck this door, Shepard. Yeah. Like, I will punch so many walls. Hello, I remember you. How we doing?
Destroy you.
Bing bong.
Headed your way.
Whee! Oh, what am I using? Not the pistol.
How you'll fry!
Charging
Grunt, would you mind? If this is another, like, up he pops again like God's on fire yo-yo situation, yeah? Like, then we need to have a conversation. Bing! Yay, look! Our sun's glowing. Oh, there's... Forgot about you.
Blood rage!
Listen, if anyone is alert to heal, it's me, not you. There we go. Grunt, sweetie, we don't insult our enemies. It
Why
isn't
do you need more?
sporting. Here, have
This
some
is a small
juice.
facility.
The other children must have died in great numbers. Even then, they were a part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
Grunt, sweetie, you're still glowing. Is that normal? Like, are you okay? But yeah, have a juice box. Ice, but silly me. What? Ow! It's locked me out now. Fine. Fine. I think his fortifications are still going. Oh, right, his extra shields. Okay. Boop. Which he also shares with James. So it's just furthering our theory. Yeah, timed out. Ah, okay.
So strange.
Because I
to be
waggled the
back
stick,
here.
but it wouldn't
I
let
feel
me.
like I'm pissed off. I'm a dangerous bitch, but then I'm a little girl again. Shit. It's complicated. Let's just go plant that bomb.
Because it wouldn't let me get off the thingy. James looked up from across the room and I had to clarify Vega. Oh, sorry. Sorry, James. Grant, did we leave you behind or did you just teleport somewhere else? Oh, there you are. Anyway, I keep reminding myself to get into the habit of like calling him either Jimmy or like just saying Vega. So as not to continually confuse poor James when we play Mass Effect 3.
They've seen us.
One more.
Because otherwise it's just going to be a full playthrough of poor James being like, what did I do? Yeah, as I was trying to say. I'm sorry, doggos. Like, just furthers our theory that having Vega in your party is just the next best thing to having a Krogan, because he has the fortifications as well.
They kept kids here?
They sure did. They were assholes. That's just every playthrough I do in this house anyway. Me at my Xbox, James, get back into cover. James across the room, but I don't wanna. Excellent.
It's a two-way mirror? My cell is on the other side. I could see all the other kids out here. I screamed at them for hours, and they always ignored me.
Oh, right. Clicking in the left stick is not how you run. I forgot. This will happen again.
I must have come through here when it broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
This is the bad place. Yes, it is. Here's the torture chair, conveniently lit by, like... I mean, fucking hell. There's... Okay, that's probably like overhead neon lights or something. I mean, maybe, but like just that one panel is just no. Like this is just.
Entry 1054, Telton facility. The latest iteration of Pergnim went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
You move on. Harder and tougher.
Nothing spookier than fluorescent lighting. Nope. Yes. Let's hack it. Hack it. Is that? Yeah. And that. And that? Yes. Okay.
I'll take it.
Just when Shepard just shouted, I'll take it. It's like, alright.
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Telton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... Who, what? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
There was a lot going on.
I was dumb. I keep my eyes open now, and I always shoot first. We're getting close to my cell, the place I came from. Let's keep going.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, Aresh. It's Kira. Yeah, the intruders are here. You want them dead? We have to talk creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste. Fine, we'll put him down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
Why are you here?
First we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see. Kill them on my own. I want them dead.
Why? Must we always?
Impact shot!
Bing.
Concentrate fire. Push and overrun. We outnumber and outgun all.
Ouchie. I mean, do you like any explosive barrels near you? Anything at all? No? Fine. Hi, can we not? Like, it would just be...
I'll kill you all!
Bang. Like, it would just be so much easier if we could just talk this out, you know? What's he doing? Like, just going like that? Buddy, how am I supposed to shoot you when you keep doing that? Aish. Whee! There we go. That's better. Ooh.
Russian, I want it now. Come out and fight.
Alright. Come on, kids. Someone.
Get close.
Whee!
I'll kill them myself.
It's like a... Oh. Shep. Please get in cover. It's like a frisbee.
On the ground now.
Not sure he's gonna listen, Grunt. Ah. Oh, really? We're doing that? Okay.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is, he's in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Solid plan. Yay, more stuff. I love stuff. Whee! Ah, that door. Another convenient blood smear.
Come out. We know you're here.
Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
It's not biotic jail, it's biotic home. Or something.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew. How to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You do the same thing to new kids. Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth, or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
This place was like a prison. How'd you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down. But then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
I stopped it. All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy, and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck. Get out of here. Go. He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different.
Okay, now we can take a lovely trip down memory lane.
I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic.
You were a kid.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
Okay, let's go. Oop. I love how Shep is just like almost falling asleep. That was a big bomb. Please, sir, can I have some bombs?
Jack and Miranda are in the middle of a disagreement. Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
Sure.
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Joker.
Touch me and I will smear the walls with you, bitch!
Enough. Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
Yeah, you're welks. They just need to fuck it out. Yeah. I mean, did you see that sexual tension? Cut it with a knife, I say. Cut it with a knife. They just need to, like, start hate fucking, and then maybe they'll eventually get to fun fucking. Who knows?
Commander, What can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact.
Oh.
I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
Hi, Kitty. Hello. How you doing? You want a treat, don't you? Yeah, but Cerberus sucks.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have
Not
you.
the same
Too many
thing.
join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
I don't know. I mean, you could throw the people out who come to you for xenophobia, but that's the whole shtick that your stuff is built on. So go fuck yourself. Hi. See, Donna agrees. If you keep attracting xenophobes, you should maybe examine why that is. Yup.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
Nicely dismissed, Miranda. Builds a whole platform on xenophobia. Why do so many xenophobes join us? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So strange. So odd.
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They
They're
give me
space
my
Twitter.
resources and
Oh
say
god, they
do it.
are.
And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
Oh, and you're jealous of that, maybe? Oof. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Totally not weird to be envious of Morden's time with STG, considering what he was doing there. Yes, Miranda, and your delightful company.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without
That was
me.
too nice.
I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself.
No, because you dismiss personal suffering. Or, individual suffering.
My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
Do we want to help her through this, or do we just leave?
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that.
I mean, yeah,
Every
that is
one of
messed
your
up.
Accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
Yeah, but what you do with those genetics is still your decision, Miranda. Like, you still have free will.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by.
How do we drift all the way over here? Anyway. Garrus. Garrus, I just had to have girl talk with Miranda.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges.
I mean, it's just the
finding
same
attack
conversation
vectors,
over and
you know.
over, but it's
Relax.
soothing to talk to him.
I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. You must have
A treat for Rhea. Yes.
Do you ever regret leaving CSAC or the Turian military?
Not for a minute. When it comes down to it, Shepard, I don't think I'm a very good Turian. When a good Turian hears a bad order, he follows it. He might complain, but he knows his place. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite. Not when the galaxy is at stake.
That Waggles eyebrows. That is literally how like you start romancing him and being like, we could ease stress together. And then, like he tries so badly to be smooth, but I mean, it's Garrus. He's my stress toy. Good God. It just like it's Garrus. Like the smooth lasts for approximately 3 seconds, and then he starts mumbling. But adorable is.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
Bye, dude. Oh, he's so cute. He's such a dingus. And then they just like spend the next however many weeks just talking about all that sex that they could be having, you know, like just as friends. It's like, oh, you're stupid.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
You needn't ask. Time for me is short, Siha. What I have is yours to take.
How are you feeling?
You're worse than ever. You needn't worry. And you are well?
Is this just the rest I can talk to him about? Because we had that last week. Like, is this just it? Like, I can tell him I'm fine, or I can back out of this? They should let me romance everyone. Like, I just give us the polycule that we deserve. Oh my God, is this it? Oh, Jesus. BioWare acknowledge polyamory challenge. Yeah. Good heavens. This is it. Oh, God.
No need to worry about me. How are you holding up?
I'm looking forward to the end of the mission. It has been many years since I felt I could relax anywhere.
I spent 2 years dead. Every moment seems irreplaceable now.
I spent 10 years dead. I understand the feeling. Strange that I should only reawaken now.
Yeah.
And there is so little time left.
Okay. Alright, that's just... Okay. They barely acknowledge bisexuality. Yeah, I mean, they came so close with Jack, and then they backed out of it because they were scared. That's it? Really? It's at least it for now. I can't remember if you get a different one after the IFF, but I do think this is the last one. Why? Why? Like, at least with Garrus, you get, like, the whole, like, just, you know, prevaricating about fucking, and with Thane, it's just either, yeah, I'm fine, how are you doing? Or, yeah, sorry, you're too terminally ill for me. Oi.
There you are.
Hey, Kasumi.
I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hull. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way.
Oh, they designed Thane specifically to be romance. They just, you know, did this with it. Yeah. Did they just not expect that people would want to fuck the aliens? No, they'd gotten their heads around that by then. It's just they're not very good at it.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Mm-hmm. You know, they're just shit at it, basically. I want to choose an outside option and romance Kasumi. Romancing Kasumi would be lovely. Okay, let's go. BioWare hire a queer writer challenge. Mm-hmm. Like, just Hey,
Just
Grant.
checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything.
Okay.
Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okie dokie. That's okay. Our son is out of lines as well, and or a monster fucker. Like, imagine the good that even just one queer monster fucker on the writing staff would do these games, but what do you know? I meet the criteria and I'm available for hire. Yes, BioWare Hire Rhea Challenge.
Back for another lesson.
You shut it, old man. Like, leans across the table on my elbow. Hi, BioWare. They should.
I was shadowing this rookie on an infiltration run to an Eclipse base on Tatus. Good kid, but he had no business handling a rifle. In the shuttle on the way down, he puked in his helmet. We hit some turbulence, and with all the crap sloshing around, he thought he'd been shot in the head.
That's disgusting.
Went back to the Alliance. Here he's a governor now.
That's a horrible story. Do you have another one?
One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
Yes, we never did twig what might have possibly happened in there. I did apply when they had a call for writers on the next Mass Effect game, but they wanted someone with at least 8 years of experience writing video games. So... lol. At least 8 years? What kind of arbitrary number is that? I do not like the stories I eat. No one did. I tried to apply for things with the confidence of a cishet white man, so I applied anyway, but I'm not surprised they wouldn't accept any other writing experience. Yeah. Ooh.
Commander, you might want to speak with Tally.
Oh,
She
right.
seems very worried about something.
Of course, I did mean to check in on engineering, then I forgot. Ironic, because they clearly need other writing experience. Yeah, like maybe someone with a background that's not video games might bring some fresh wind. No, that's a verbatim related German thing. Like breath of fresh air, that's what I'm thinking of.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you.
You don't owe me shit.
You don't know what it's like, Shepard. To have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm
Thanks,
better
Uko.
than
I
you,
hate
and I'm
it.
sure as hell
Yeah.
not carrying that crater around with me.
Like, that's what upset me about it so much. A way to keep your writing room monotone and undiverse. Yup. Brought some fresh wind. Sounds like something you'd say after farting. Thanks, Uko. I hate it. At your service. But yeah, clearly that writer's room needs fresh perspectives. Because, like, yeah, the chances that someone's had a steady 8 years of writing experience puts them largely in a certain demographic.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
You sure about this? I want to do whatever I can to get your head on straight.
Don't get all therapist on me, Shepard. You're not the couch type. I hate that stuff anyway. Bullshit, prison, psych. You did me a favor, and that's enough. More than I expected. I'll keep it together.
Okie dokie. Monotone and Underverse is kind of the video game industry in a nutshell. Like, yeah, if we're talking larger than indie studios, certainly. But even indie studios sometimes.
So, Kenneth, did you know we've got a crazy woman squatting down in the subdeck?
What? If she touches anything, I'll kill her.
Oh, and the only thing she wears from her waist up is tattoos.
Oh, maybe I should go down and welcome her aboard.
And she's a murderer. Has biotic powers that could crush you with a blink. Hates everyone in Cerberus.
Damn it, girl. Stop toying with me.
Shut up, Donnelly. Or you're going out the airlock. I've been applying for writing jobs with indie studios and startups, but it's rough out there. Yeah. I wish I could punt Donnelly out the airlock. Yep. Just everything he says. Oh, hey, same brain. Yeah. But I literally, Zan, oh my god, exactly what I was thinking, but I can be the couch type, if you know what I mean. Or, well, what I was thinking was, well, we don't have to do it on the couch. You know.
Shepard.
What's up,
I'm
Tali?
glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant
Couch
fleet.
optional. Oh.
The Admiralty Board.
Couch
has accused me
optional,
of
pants
treason.
optional.
I'm scared.
But crucially available. Yeah. We don't have to do it on the couch, but we can. Yeah, hey Shep, I need your help. I've just been accused of treason.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again.
True.
I have no idea what they're accusing me of.
True, the fleet approved that.
Remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
Tribunal.
There's a hearing with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment
Right
for
now,
treason
probably
is
not much.
exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
Hi, warrior. Oh, thank you for the stretch reminder. Actually, yeah, I should do that. Stretch, everyone. Because I've been sliding down in my chair. Also because I'm old and like I made one stupid movement earlier and my right shoulder hurts again, so I'm like, nah. Beep. Thank you. Ugh. Okay, investigate.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
Should reinstall Mass Effect Legendary one of these days and replay? Yes. Do it.
What happens if you're convicted?
Join us in
Like I
hell.
said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters.
Oh, good.
Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
Oh, good. So she might just get, like, auf einer Schaluppe ausgesetzt. To quote Captain Blue Bear. Folks, do y'all know about Captain Blue Bear? Is that a thing that made, like, is that a thing that broke containment at all?
So no prison and no death penalty?
Afraid
We
not.
don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored
Nope.
work detail is more effective.
I
And
will.
we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Hold on, let me remind myself to show you Captain Blaubeer later. I played originals a couple of times. The legendary cannot be left any less played. No, no, you have to match the play hours at least.
How
It's
often
the
is
law.
someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare.
Tally.
It must be something that affects the entire
Yeah,
flotilla.
yeah, we're gonna
not
do
just
her
one
loyalty
ship.
mission in a
The
second.
most
So
recent one was Anora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
oh whoops.
Was she convicted?
No, she made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet.
Oh yikes.
She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vasi.
Oh.
She had good
Whoops.
intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
Sadly, sauna soon ready. Have a good one, all.
Have
fun.
Defend myself.
Have fun in the sauna.
Eventually, if I don't show up,
And have a lovely
I'll try in
rest.
absentia. As for how it works,
Oh, sauna sounds
less formal
amazing.
than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard.
Listen, anything
I'll
to
program the Normandy
put off
with the flotilla's current
fetching the
location.
IFF.
The admirals will be waiting for us.
Okie dokie. Okay, now we can go upstairs. Lift this way. Beep. Anything for Tali. Exactly.
No messages for you, Commander.
Yay! Oh, we can check out Jack's other outfits. Oh, that's pretty cool. Although I do like her many, many pockets. Whoops. Nearly kicked someone in the head. Sorry about that.
Hey, Commander. Glad we figured out Jack is crazy, because
Shut
that was
up.
way up in the air, just hanging there.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay, what else does he have?
Minor spike in the primary core, compensating.
Mm-hmm, you're compensated for something, alright.
Is there a problem with the, no? Oh, that's good too. And still good. So, come here too often?
See, that you telling me I should leave, Joker? Well, at least he wasn't listening to porn this time. Like... I have nothing against space porn, or, you know, I am not surprised at the existence of space porn at all. Oop, I should get the biotic damage upgrade. It's just that within the context of when it happened, it was just so... just BioWare writers being lads that I was like, ugh. Oh, can I have the biotic cooldown? Can I has? I can has. Neat. Yeah, that was not well timed. No, it was just... it was the context, not that was the problem. Whee! Alrighty. Where are we going? Deep, deep, There we go. Valhallan Threshold, is it? Okay. Bing, bing. Sadly, we don't have Legion with us yet. Because that would be fun, but we're just gonna take Garrus. Okay, what can I has? Okay, I never use those. Oh, hey Tali. Oh yeah, of course. You got nothing. Because bringing Legion with you leads to some fun, unique dialogue. Namely, everyone being like, "The fuck." Engineer or mechanic? Engineer or mechanic? Damage, power duration. Let's go engineer. And AI hacking is nice. Mm-hmm. Sure.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lovely verification phrase.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
Hey, Donna.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Okie dokie.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such a thing.
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
Douchebag.
Talizora was Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaron Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine Father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora Vasnima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Yes, that's her name. She's a very well-known actress. What did I most recently see her in? But if you Google her, you'll definitely recognize her face. She's a very prolific actor.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can.
Ah, right, there's another H in there, yeah.
Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
There you go. Yeah. What did I most recently see her in? This is gonna keep me up at night. Yeah, she's got an amazing voice. Alright, let's get to yelling.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season.
Few sci-fi
Keep
things.
us alive. The accused Talia Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Yeah, I think The Expanse is what I've last seen her in.
A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you shouldn't have stripped her of her ship name,
You
should you?
should not have declared Talia crew of the Normandy.
There you go.
By right as Talia's captain, Shepard must stay.
Mm-hmm.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Talia Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vasnima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I mean, not to interrupt the courtroom drama, but the zooms are killing me. Oh, Lakshmi and Destiny. That's where I've recently heard her voice. Oh, nice.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai.
All of that is just the definition of cold comfort. Like,
The shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
and now 15 minutes of just talking to people.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Yay. Okay. Let's talk to Vitor.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about
I
how
love
you helped
Vitor.
us.
He's a good
I hope
dude.
it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, they're very bouncy.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
You're gonna be okay, Vitor, don't you worry. Hey, Calrigar!
Calrigar.
Hey.
Shepard, Telizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Telizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty Board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haestrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
He sounds like a human and talks like a Solarian, but he's a Quarian. It's weird. Yeah, he's got like a he's got that similar like manner of speaking. Just not as fast.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haestrom's son?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material.
That's bad.
Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haestrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Gonna do it.
Spoke well to the admirals. Talizora and Hafara are out of control. This is on their heads.
Talizora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Han Gerrel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shala Ran is still undecided. I had thought Rail to be
Bye,
firmly
Oko.
in
Have a lovely
Han's
Friday
camp,
night.
But if his experiments
And a
were
lovely
on
weekend.
active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
Whoops. Thank you for hanging out. How does that change things?
If we don't find Rail alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shala Ran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rail agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rail should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can.
Burn.
With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
But Geth are sentient.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalchorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial
She is
too
extremely
important.
suspicious.
Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah, accidentally creating another life form and then trying to exterminate it was so glorious. It continues to be insane what this game thinks they're presenting as morally grey. Yup. It's like, oh my god. Like, there's a moment in Mass Effect 3 where Shep is about ready to just break her arm. She's supposed to be morally grey. Yeah. Like, I love these games very much. But also... yeah. Just like, writ large in the sky. I love these games, but also... It's more that the game thinks the personhood of the Geth is a moral grey area. Yeah, that's more it. When, like, it's not. Like, the second that Geth asked, does this unit have a soul? That's when it was over. That's when it was over. But the game's like, hey, like, it's up in the air. Like, people can decide for themselves whether they believe that Geth are, persons or not. It's like, no, it's very much not. They also think the personhood of the Krogan is a grey area, and I'm like, someone in that... Donna, you're in the way. Someone in that righteous room needs arresting, I think. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, because especially, like, with all the... Donna, stop messing with the mic, please. Also, now you're in the way of the game. Like, with the Solarians messing with everything and being like, oh, we elevated the Krogan. Without us, they'd still be playing in the mud. It's like... Yeah, you think that being sentient would immediately make it no longer a question. That has some uncomfortable colonialist vibes. Yeah. Yeah, god, the Solarians, like... they're played as so goofy. Goofy and fun. When they were just the ones who... just took the Krogan and engineered them how they wanted, basically as cannon fodder, and then were surprised, like, oh no, this stuff that we specifically bred into them is now hurting everybody. And like, yeah. That's where the game also comes very close. It's just like, or just close to just looking at the Krogan as like a breed of dogs, basically. That went a bit wrong. Also real life parallels with genocide attempts in American history that they apparently didn't realize they were doing. Yeah, like either they didn't realize they were doing that, or they did and they thought they were being very clever. And I don't know which one is worse. Yeah, goofy charming war criminals. Oh no, who could have predicted this? Oh no.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Yeah, no, she just wants to enslave them again. Because, like, she doesn't think they're people. So it's okay to re-enslave them because it's just like... Yeah, like getting an unshackled AI that got loose back under control. But that's not actually, like, enslaving a person at all. I really hope they didn't know they were doing it, because to present forced sterilization of black women as a, well, some people think it's okay, we have to respect that sort of thing, is, yeah. So she's a wannabe slaver, and this is supposed to be morally grey? Hi, BioWare, please hire me as a writer so you can avoid this fuckery in future. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Puts $1 in the I yelled about the genophage on the internet again jar and sits down. Yeah, well, the genophage deserves yelling about. Every fucking day. Okay, we're talking to her aunt last because eternally, what the fuck? Yeah.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Tali Zora can.
Thank you, random Quarian.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Ran got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris.
Every week I say I will behave, and yet, gestures to half full jar.
Tali's captain knows how to.
Anyway, I have wine now, and I'm gonna give myself a treat, and we're gonna be fine.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm in?
Life's better if you don't behave.
I know
Exactly.
you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation."
Loophole!
I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us Hera. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
That
I know
is
Father
a
wants
shit
to retake
idea.
the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy, and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
The planet is sincerely not necessary to fighting the Reapers. No, because like yeah, they have the largest fleet, but like not all of the ships in the fleet are like even equipped for combat. So they could split off the ones that then house non-combatants and send them somewhere else. If they need to be planet side, that crucially they can go to another planet. Yeah, like they can be other places. But they also do not need to be planet side, considering they're their entire military is ship based. Yeah. Plenty of planets in the galaxy, after all. Yeah, I mean they could, obviously they would have to stay in their suits. And everything, but they can survive in other environments. So if they can create an entire race of AI, they can definitely terraform some random rock. You'd think. Like, the goal of the Quarians is definitely to, like, if they do colonize a planet, the goal would be to be able to live there without their suits. But, of course, like, I think Tali also says this on the Oliver, like, it could take centuries of acclimatization. So many possibilities that don't involve depleting your military before the Reapers arrive. And they've evolved away from being able to withstand Rannoch's environment anyway. We find out in 3 they still have to be massed on Rannoch. Yeah, they still have to be in their suits before Rannoch is inhabitable for them again. So I don't know, it's just this constant tug of war between those holding on to recapturing Rannoch from the Geth, and like those wanting to share the planet with the Geth, others wanting to wipe the Geth out, others saying, hey, let's just get going on rebuilding on a colony, and then others being like we've got a good thing going here in the migrant fleet, apart from the scarcity of resources, which is the main problem. It's just nationalism, make Rannoch great again. Yeah, it's like it's this holding on to a homeworld that they've, like, in terms of immune biology, evolved far away from. But it's like it's tied up in that narrative of like, the Geth took Rannoch from us, they drove us out. That just completely disregards like how the conflict with the Geth actually originated. And they tend to like absolve themselves of any responsibility for it. It's like, oh no, our homeworld was taken from us. It's like you created a slave race, and then when you figure it out, you'd accidentally made them a little bit too sentient for what you were doing to them. You felt bad, and then you tried to turn them all off, and they didn't like it. And instead of doing literally anything sensible, you decided that extermination was the way to go. Like, well done. But like also like there's a couple moments in the third game where like they just violate like intergalactic treaties, and Shepard is like, hey, if the Citadel gets, or if the Council gets wind of this, you're up shit creek without a paddle, you know that, right? And they're like, we'll smooth it over later. Like, a treaty is just guidelines anyway. It's like, that is the attitude that got you into trouble in the first place, mate. Like, that... But yeah, either way, sending your entire species into war is a bad idea, but there are other ones that starting another war first. Yep. There's quite a lot of nationalism in this game, now you mention it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Like, every single, like, humans and the aliens just run on nationalism and chauvinism and xenophobia. It's quite impressive, honestly. For the most part, the nationalism gets addressed as a bad thing in a Paragon run, but the Quarians are unfortunately the exception, yeah. Too many real-world people, they do well to actually acknowledge their past mistakes. Yep, that'd be nice. I mean, there are Quarians that are like, we fucked up. Like, we goofed on that one, and that's on us, but you do not hear from them at all. In Mass Effect 1, you barely hear from them in 2, and also not really in 3. So, such a good exchange, yeah. Shepard is like, You did not just say that to me. I was typing the treaties are more what you call guidelines than actual rules as you said it. We done goofed. Yeah. Yeah, just a simple, shit, we done goofed would solve so many problems in this galaxy, but no. We can't just admit that we were wrong.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Alright, Admiral Chorus. Oh, right. Don't ask about the ship name. Solve so many problems on Earth too, sadly. No one ever admits they're wrong, no.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkorus Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Oh, Dishonored! My favorite game!
You have a ship named Quib Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
Like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't change the registration on my car.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib Quib. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
I mean, good on you, mate. But hey, if Tully says don't ask about the name, the first thing I'm doing is asking about the name.
You have a ship named Quib Quib?
Oh, here we go.
I was pointing at the other thing.
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
Yeah, I love Tali's reactions. Like, oh shit, here we go. Like, listen, Admiral. Like, Tali had no idea what her father was actually working on.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Sarah are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they
Tali.
did. We tried to kill them.
What exactly is your problem?
Sorry, I'm
Of course they did.
bad at using my thumbs today. There we
You
go.
and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Yeah, so they give the complete jackass a valid point. Well played.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
You're still a dick. Okay, let's talk to Auntie, finally.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial?
Why?
The admirals need
I
to
sneezed
hear
and
the
startled
shock
Donna.
in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alleray. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I mean, that sucked.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alleray soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alleray?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alleray sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
Bubble baby.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this...
It was not subtle.
The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alleray.
If Tali Zora is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Oh, thanks. Alright, come on, kids, this way.
And her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
I've heard you say this already.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Talizora Vasnima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alleray?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault.
They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Alright. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
Alright, finally we get to do some shooting. Only we must shoot at Geth. And I feel bad when I do that. Also, Garrus pretty much... Garrus, are you okay? You haven't said anything all day. Oh.
Incoming.
Hello, big lads. I'm real sorry. Tally, you could just get into cover. You know, that might make things slightly easier. I love when Paul hits the waist-high cover and not the person I'm aiming at. Garrus has a stomach ache or something. Ah! Bang! Garrus, you could just get into cover as well. Like, that's something you can do. How? I'm trying to reach at.
On that drone red.
Oops.
There we go!
Learn to aim, Grumble. Bing. I like doing this loyalty mission with Garrus after having the "we should do it, not yet though" talk with him. I get to headcanon it as Garrus is in his head about some stuff right now. Oh god. Oh god, he's just like off in his head prevaricating about fucking. Oh no. Hey everyone, stop attacking. I need to read chat real quick. Like, the streamer life. The streamer life. That would be a very Garrus thing to do. Yeah. And oh look! Of course! Now that we're not romancing Garrus, he's gonna get together with Tali in the third one. Excellent. We're totally not gonna walk in on them smooching or anything.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
I think they're cute together. They are. I haven't had them end up together yet in a playthrough, so I'm excited for that. My two dorky little goofballs, they have some really cute banter in 3. They do. Like, I've seen, I've seen things. I've not played it through properly, but I've seen things. I've seen things. Uh-oh. Just give me the thing.
We can use this.
Yay. Okay. Yay, more hacking. Why is it always this hacking? I don't like this hacking. Okay. Med station. Talk to Tali.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves.
signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
Donna just pulled up one of her front legs to rest her head on it, and the other paw is sticking out like this. It's so cute.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home.
Donna.
For very valuable finds, I'd signal
Oh.
home, and Father would send a small ship.
She's like, what? I heard my name. Hi, Kitty.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
A lot of pockets.
These suits have more pockets than you'd think.
Mm.
Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here.
Yeah, those aren't her hips. Those are just pockets full of Geth parts.
Prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Like, Tali is the one who needs cargo jorts. Like, not kidding. I like that they're radical repairers. They are. Like Tali said, give her, you know, like a pair of wings and an ESO core, and she's good.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many Gether networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
Well, that's not good.
Trouble to the right.
Indeed, there's trouble. Bing! Wee, big boy. Oh. I'm sorry, big lad. Wee, stuff. And more stuff. Okay, let's get the wall safe first. Because the log is horrifying. Okay, what are you? I can't if he said cargo shorts or cargo jorts, but I'm in a brain spiral about what cargo jorts would even be. No, I said jorts. Large of trouser and large of pockets. Yup. I said what I said.
Get ready to fight.
Whee!
What less to worry about?
Listen, these are all just very good boys. Garrus, not with the grunting, not right now. Whee! And there's a treat. Ooh! He jumped. More of you.
They're all yours to take.
Bing. Oh. Don't you go sneaking up on my Turian. Honestly. Garrus grunting is a treat for me. This is true. I should not tell him off for grunting. It's an integral part. Of the service that he provides. Okay, was that it in this room? Yeah, that was it. Beep, beep. Beep. What? Just circling that node. Like, whee!
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on. Combat road away.
Felt that one.
I'm sorry, big lads. Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
Got you.
I used cryo ammo. Oh no! They just...
There we go.
Got you.
They just keel over.
Locked up. Hostile. Look sharp.
Oh, Garrus, please. Thank you. Whee! Oh, it's Tali over there. Okay, I was like, what? Lads, please. I don't want to be doing this. Oh, I have one bullet left. Goody. Goody gumdrops. Okay.
Firing a high impact shot.
You do that, buddy. Oh, there's more over there. I forgot. That it? Oh, he tipped over. Yeah, it's just it's so funny when they just slowly fall over. I can't stop laughing. I feel so bad, but that was very funny. It's like, bink! And like, because they're frozen and they're all metal, like, they just especially on this grating, like they just make that sound like tank. I'm sorry, big lads. Oh, I forgot to play the log upstairs. Oh well.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
That's all of them.
Father! No, 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 no. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Hey, come here.
Hug.
Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a
Yeah.
message.
Hug.
Tally, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Okie dokie. There's a really cute comic of like different like Paragon interrupts in the games, and like it contrasts like the several times that it's a hug, with Shepard just completely suplexing Vega to get him out of a spiral, like whoop. Ah, large lads. Bing.
Watch out! That's across my throat!
Ah! Come on, large lad. Bing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, large lad, I'm sorry. Paragon interrupt a suplex. Yeah. Sometimes you must. Yes, we are taking the model flotilla ship. Because that's only good and proper. Boop boop.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. I just... This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the
this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Tally, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rail Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Thankfully, we have enough Paragon points to do a bit of a shout.
To face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. It's only been a few hours.
It sounded like that was the NPC, like the NPCs talking back there, but we're just hearing what's going on in the plaza.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Yeah, sorry, we're not dead. Oh, Garrus is sitting down on the steps. Look at him. I thought only Legion did that, but like Garrus just sat down and like hugged his knees. That's so cute. Just went meep. Because earlier I kept a lookout for him and he was standing off to the side behind Tali, but now he's like he looks like he's in timeout. He does. He's just like meep.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy.
Look at him.
I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
He's like, I'm gonna sit down
Offer something to encourage more
and have a
trust
wee
in the
think.
judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Oh, plenty. But I'm not allowed to tell you, because my client said no.
Shepard, please.
Don't worry. I'm just
Does
gonna yell at them.
Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance.
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarl wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Yay, shouting.
Are the Admirals prepared to render the judgment?
They're like, we just got shouted at by Mom. Like, oof. Go on.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Okay, don't go to war. It's a fucking bad idea.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
Chef's like, screw all y'all.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This might be useful.
Let's go home. Okay, what do we get? Yay! Got some tech damage. Ooh. Yay! I'm gonna upgrade Reeve. It's so nice. Oh, snuffing out a single target's life. Okay, that makes it sound less nice. Vortex of life, increasing the wave's radius to affect multiple targets. Well, that sounds good, so sure. Love to Reeve. Reeve is very handy.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Fine. Why must there be emails? Okay. I like this one for Tali. Contacting you per Elusive Man's instructions. Oh, he's too chicken to email me himself. Or does he just not email? No, he does. I've definitely received emails from Tim. Oh well. He believed you would want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all guards dead, along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, given mild amnesic treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your report, the facility on Praga has been destroyed. I don't give a shit. It shouldn't have been going on in the first place. Take out your trash. Truly, if I could suck life energy out of my emails, I would have no problems. Yeah. Wait, did I mark that as red? Now I have. Okay. Bloody Christ. Okay. Love to do my space blood magics? Yes. Wish I could read the emails. Or wish I could read the people writing me the emails. That would just solve the problem for good.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
Yeah, look who's talking.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Subject Zero. You went all Sean Connery there. I did. Hate it when that happens. But I mean, hey, for me, this is all just Hunt for Red October simulator, so it tracks. All right, let's go talk to Tali. Tali, how you doing?
Did you hear that we are sharing our deck with a Krogan?
Well, ain't that peachy?
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, good. That's all you have to say. Good. You might not get punted out the airlock that time. Oh god, I have to sneeze again. Hay fever is not kind to me today. Hunt for Red October in space. Yes.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting.
Seen worse.
Seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had.
I mean, Garrus was there too.
Thank you.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Oh, it's a pity we can't play matchmaker, really. Makes a change from human politics. Yeah, those are shitty too. Like, duh.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Yeah, I twigged. Actually, yeah, there should have been some Garrus Tally dialogue in that sequence. Yeah. Just like, something to lay the groundwork. And, some supportive words from Garrus might have been nice. Considering the things he has let out of his mouth in the past.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant.
Oh.
We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
Actually, anything from Garrus might have been nice. Yeah. Just anything.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Yeah, Welks.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine.
Okay.
Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Sure. Whoops. Okay, let's check on Jack. See if there's any more dialogue to be had. Oh, Subject Zero. My favorite's problematic. Yeah. I mean, all of them are. Especially in this one.
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space
The list
station,
goes on.
and vandalism. That was a good one.
Just the one? Oh, gotta get some more vandalism in there.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess
True.
that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth
Small-time
response.
vandalism doesn't count.
Fuck 'em.
Hey, Garrus, are your ears burning?
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater.
Yeah.
You really liked that moon.
I see the point.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. The romance between like Jack and M Shep is so weird because it's just about him pushing and pushing and pushing. It's like, ugh. Doesn't feel good.
No messages for you, Commander.
Oh, thank God. Okay. need to fuel up or something? Let's fuel up a bit. Bing bong, that's fine. Okay. Help Samara. Whee! Oh, we're going back to Omega for that one. Fun. Alright, big jellyfish time. Whee! Donna is still snoozing on the desk. If you even care. Oh, her paws are twitching. She's dreaming. Oh, baby. Oh, she just did a full body twitch. Like her ears went blulululu. And she like all paws went off the desk for a little bit. What are you dreaming about, squirrels? Donna living their life. We always care about Donna. Yeah. Okay, Samara, we're doing your thing. Oh, let's bring Thane. I'm sure he has. I like watching Kitty dreams. It's so cute. Whatever she's fighting, I hope she's winning. Aw. Are you winning, son? I bet she is. Sometimes she's got like pretty intense dreams and like she startles herself out of it and she's like, "Huh," and just her like just, especially if she's like sleeping smushed into a pillow, it looks so weird because like it's standing up every which way and it's like, oh, something went wrong during taxidermy. Shredder ammo, why not? Okie dokie. Whoop. Let's review up a bit. Sapience just a car. Biotic abilities. Reducing recharge time. Yeah. And throw. Aww, kitty baby. She's fighting a very large kitty treat. Possibly. Let's see. Yeah, you get the locust, that's fine. You get the vindicator. Okay. We're back on Omega, everybody.
Death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements. Thank you.
Ooh, look at Thane. He's in all red. Fancy. Hey, you match. Cool. Alright. Yeah, so content warnings for this mission. I mean, literally, I hadn't seen your message yet, Ria, but I was like, hold on, I should probably say, like, are Ardat Yakshi, like, do they qualify as, like, does it qualify as a succubus? But basically seduces people, kills them. At least because we're playing as FemShep, we're not actually the honey trap. Definitely kind of, yeah. But there's like strong elements of like seduction and mental coercion going on. Like there's a young woman who Morinth was last with. A succubus doesn't kill people, more like a mantis. Yeah, true. Mantis makes sense. Like we investigate a young woman who was with Morin for a while, and you can just like through her diary entries, like charting how like she fell under the influence and how like how Morinth manipulated her, isolated her from everybody else. Got someone framed as a serial killer and murder preceded by sexual coercion, also drug use. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. It's not fun. And like, I think Samara definitely calls it a version of mind control, I think, to an extent. Oh, Ish.
Shepard?
Yep.
Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Cell. You look like a good person to know.
Can I help you? I guess it would be fair to warn for execution for the end of this mission too. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
It's a bad idea, Ish.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
Important business, and none of yours.
What do you mean, we can change Omega?
Well, I didn't want to say anything,
but
certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy.
Yes?
If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me here.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
Fine.
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a data package and bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
I mean, I'm gonna do it just so I can talk him out of it later. Where do we... We just need to go to... Thingy... Oh, we still... Oh, we still have the Shadow Broker to do. Oof. Oof. Oh, I can do that next time. Okay, gotta talk to Arya. I figured.
Come on, let me in.
That lady is so drunk. So drunk. Anto, what you got?
You want to talk? Talk to Arya.
Okay, Anto's got nothing.
What do you need? An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat Yakshi. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat Yakshi does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I'd start looking.
Thanks for the help.
Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
Hey, Grizz. Okay. No, ma'am, they're not getting better looking. That's the devil talking, and also the booze.
Come on, let me in.
No. Beep. I'm crying. Bing bong.
End is not.
If only.
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Arya's
funniest people?
No.
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
Did your daughter have a lot of friends?
Not a lot, no. She was shy. Spent most of her time off making her sculptures, not hanging out with friends. Something did change in the last few weeks, though. She started talking about an Asari. Morinth.
I see.
I didn't like her. She kept dragging Neff out to clubs, and I'm pretty sure she gave my daughter drugs.
What kind of a person was this Morinth?
I never met her. But Neff talked about her like she was a queen. You'd swear there was no one else alive when she talked about Morinth.
That sounds familiar.
Samara, does Morinth control her victims with drugs?
She controls them through sheer will. The drugs are just a lifestyle. She loves the club, loves the base. She's a hedonist.
So this Morinth did hurt my daughter? Is she the one that...
I will bring justice to the one that did this.
We swear to you, Neff will rest easy soon.
I hope so. I hope so. My baby.
Did Neff hang out anywhere in particular?
Not entirely unrelatable.
Quiet working here at home. Then...
Which one?
A few weeks ago, she started going out all the time. To the VIP area of that club down the street. I think you need a password or something to get in there. The change was so sudden. She just seemed tired and distracted when she wasn't around Morinth.
Keep sneezing. Damn hay fever.
What kind of a girl was your daughter?
My nephew had a fire inside her. She was shy, but she was creative and driven and the best girl a mother could hope for.
She was creative. How so?
She was a sculptor. Several galleries were interested in her. Said her work was fresh.
Do you mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her.
Thank you.
Let me just
Please
clip my hand through your shoulder.
Look through her things.
We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
Okay, respectful snooping.
Neff made that. Man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it. But I'd never part with it.
A comforting clip, yeah.
Neff, I'm sending you this hologram by the Elcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
Okay, here comes the horrible diary.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, diary. Cycle 34, orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife. I'm sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then
Mosquito.
I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just
Aren't we past this?
when we dance and the helix is flowing through me, the way she looks at me with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kissed tonight.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in
yeah, field trip to the Elcor Art Museum.
How did this happen to me? I'm just dumb trash from Omega.
Close the hollow journal.
This is Morin's work. She's attracted to artists and creators. Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peep. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. Then she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
Anyone who successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morin speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
She'll come after me.
You can draw Morinth out. She'll certainly flee if she catches sight of me, but she won't be able to resist you. You are an artist on the battlefield. You have the vital spark that attracts her. Your power will draw her in.
Wait, it's still a honey trap? Forgotten that.
I'm walking into this place with no gun and no backup.
I will be in the shadows watching, Shepard. You will never be alone. This I swear. But you cannot barge in with guns and allies. Morinth is far too cagey. She'd simply
Warrior
disappear.
poet Shep, aye.
This is a subtle, delicate act. Trust me.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
I agree. We can talk more once we're there.
Girls can be anything. Yeah, just somehow, like... Because it'd been so long since I'd done the loyalty mission, and I'd most recently played it with my doubt Shep, that I was like, oh yes, it's like it's only when you're dude Shep that you're the bait, but no. She needs a sword though, just because. Yeah, lovely little plasma cutter or something. Okay. Oh right. Oh, where's the VIP entrance again? I forget. It's through the lower section, isn't it? Wait. Is there a map? Ooh. Marketplace. Oh, okay, this way is actually easier. Okay. Oh. A running joke that only I find funny on Mythology season of the podcast is every time we're talking about a goddess or any female mythical being doing murders or destroying the world or whatever, I'm like, yeah, girls can do anything. That's very good. Okay. Visor, no. Ordnance packs? Eh, sure, why not? Hack module? Yes.
Might be useful.
Terminus armor? Nah. Blackstorm? Nah. Yay! Shopping trip! Ooh. Quick pass. Oh, I never use melee. Increases weapon damage. Sniper rifle damage? Yes. Yes, we're getting the porn magazine. That's for Garrus, because I'm a bro.
People come to places such as this seeking a better life. And when they get here, they find this. Migrant people forced into destitution on a world filled with criminals. They deserve protection. If I survive your mission, I may return here.
Oh, you're not the only one who finds this funny. No. Hell yeah. Oh.
The last time I was on Omega, I couldn't find work. You wouldn't think an assassin could go hungry in a place like this. Seems locals handle that kind of thing themselves. And those who can't aren't the kind of people you'd want to work with.
That's one way of looking at it. Hello, random Turian. Hello. Okay, I was... yeah, he did. Except no, he's not. Ah, here was Kent Salvage. There you go. Ooh. Can we afford all of that? Oh, not quite. Okay. Okay, I'll get the heavy skin wave, and I'll get the heavy weapon ammo, and then I'm just gonna have to come back for the shotgun damage. Well, that's fine. Is this? No, this isn't. No. Oh, good. Now we're just back here. Where the heckins? Oh, okay. And here? No, this goes down. Oh, it is this way. Okay. Omega confuses me. No, this ain't the VIP area, is it?
I got a mate and a ship. I only brought one of them with me to Omega.
Yeah, you're fun.
Breaking news. The weekly death toll numbers are in, and they're not looking good. The last report placed the station's murder rate at 89, up 5 from the previous week.
Oh no, our murder rate's too high. Who could have foreseen? Oh, the music's off in here. Sometimes the music just breaks. Okay, how? Okay, so basically, we circled all the way around. I wish I could have the map open
Come on, let me
while walking around like you can in Control. Okay, so that's the...
After a Geth attack nearly destroyed it, the colony of Zoo's Hope has announced plans for an expansion.
Okay. Open this door, and we're back out at Kent Salvage. Ugh. Yes, the limits on the slave trade are so unfair. That's where we came in from. That's Harriet's. Oh, it's up there. Ugh. Are you looking for the VIP entrance? Yes.
What do you want?
I hate Omega. It confuses me.
VIP section of the club. For those with the right name. Do you want something?
I'd like to join the party.
This really isn't your kind of place. Afterlife's main floor has lots of drinks and great music. What do you want?
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it?
Jarut.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight.
Giving directions with chat delay is so pointless. Yeah.
It's okay to defend yourself.
Like, you just gotta... Just gotta suffer while I try and find my way. Why am I wearing that? Oh, well, I forgot to put on the dress. Sorry, everyone. I love Samara. It's just like, hey.
Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you.
Oh no, not the
If
horrors.
you are not careful, you will want her to.
Yeah, I was changing to the dress before the mission, but I didn't think to tell you until you had already landed. Don't worry. No worries. I didn't think as well. But hey, a girl can do anything. We're just gonna be so enticing that she's gonna want to inflict horrors on us, even though we're wearing the hoodie.
How can I spark her interest when I'm not even talking to her?
Courage or suicidal bravery could attract her.
Hmm.
Hurt someone in defense and she will be excited. But pick a fight and she'll be bored. Show skill at working smoothly.
Girls can do anything. Pull a serial killer while wearing a hoodie. Yeah.
The moment she sees you. The rest is just a matter of overpowering her caution.
This is where we have to remember bits from
How do I convince her
from
to
the
take
search
me home?
earlier.
She admires strength, directness, and vigor.
Courage or suicidal bravery, both are kind of Shep's area. Yes, I mean, this is pretty much her whole deal.
You've killed Shepard. She'll like that.
Getting her alone, then falling under her sway. That'll require careful timing.
I will be near, and I will come for you, Shepard. Trust me as I trust and honor you.
Okay. What other things have we learned about Morinth that can help us here?
According to Neff's journal, Morinth likes dancing while on a drug called Halax.
Halax?
Neff's journal mentioned a vid called Vayenya. It seemed to have something to do with glamorous women. Morinth sent Neff a note saying she likes the Elcor artist Forta. Well, Shepard, that's everything we know.
I shamelessly wrote that down.
Let's
Okay.
get started.
Shepard, we only get one chance at this. Any mistake and Morinth will disappear.
Hi, Kitty.
If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here. And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Okie dokie. Alright. Let's go. Who are you?
Hey, do you know where to get
Oh,
tickets for
Expel
Expel
10.
I heard this amazing Asari say they were her favorite band. I just want whatever she wants. I gotta find tickets. Expel 10 is playing tomorrow.
Well, that's a band. Let me just mine you for information. Also, if you take the option that's in the position of a usual Renegade dialogue option, it's the right one, you won't get Renegade points. Oh, yeah, that was the trick. It's all the ones you've written down, so it won't be an issue, but just in case you forget. Thank you, Rhea. That's an excellent,
What kind of music do they
excellent
play?
shout.
They're a sensory band. Like, they crawl into you and make you feel things. And this Asari digs them like you wouldn't believe. I could score way out of my league, you know? You gotta help me.
Yeah, and then you could die. Bud.
She sounds amazing. Is she here?
She was here a couple of days ago talking
Wow,
about
that
the band.
delivery. She
She's
sounds
here a lot.
amazing.
When she comes back, I'm gonna have tickets.
I don't have any tickets.
If you score some, I got some creds for you.
Yep, alright, sure. Oh, the music's broken again.
Come on, baby. I can pay. I'm a good tipper, too.
I told you to stay away from me.
Playing hard to get? Give it up, baby. I'm sold.
Leave me alone.
The music's broken again. Okay, does this count as self-defense? Because then we could just punch him, but I think it counts as picking a fight, right?
Hey.
Hey.
The music is broken. So we're just dancing to nothing. Guys like this are never good at picking up on sarcasm. No, they're not. You can punch Melna, actually. Oh, okay, then I'll do that after we're done dancing.
I'll dance next to you. If you want to think we're dancing together, go ahead.
I do want to think that.
Just have a good dancer, says Shep, dancing badly. Hi, baby. I always punch Meln. Okay. Meln, are you still there?
Don't be like that. I got creds. We'll go back to my place. I got simple tastes.
Back off, asshole. I'm a dancer, not a hooker.
You got a mouth on you.
Uh,
I'll enjoy watching you use it.
leave her alone.
The lady asked you to step away.
You want in on this transaction? Hey, I don't care if it's you or this bitch. I just like good times.
Ooh, buddy. Ooh. I like how we're just getting...
Good times are over.
Thanks for that. Security was asleep.
Sure was. Like, I like how we're just getting screen shake and him flying across the room. Hi, Donna. Such a normal conversation. Bye, Mel. God. Yeah. Girls can do anything, but Shepard is not a talented actress. It must be said. No. Like, if she's bored, no, no way acting her way out of that. Donna, please sit down. Okay. I love that the music is broken. This is great. Horfton! Hey, Horf.
Hi. I need help right now, and I don't know who to... You're human, and you don't look high, so you're it. Can you help me out?
Okay, that's excellent criteria. How about you calm your tits?
Slow down and tell me what the problem is.
Right. Slow down. Sorry, I just don't know what to do. My friend Moiral is doing a piece on Omega gangs. She's hanging with Florid. He's the worst of the worst.
Uh-oh.
What is she doing?
A vid piece. She's an investigative reporter, you know? She's trying to profile gang leaders.
Oh, good.
Your friend could get hurt.
Yeah, and she's going to. See, Florid's onto her. His gang is on the way here, and they're gonna make a mess of her.
Uh-oh.
I have to get a message to her, and fast.
You seem to have a lot of information.
I'm her tech. I've been monitoring the gang's comm. The last transmission said Florid's going to splatter her. Man, I'm a tech junkie. I don't know how to handle this.
You're human and you don't look high is unironically a very normal thing to say to someone in a club. Okay, this is fair. It's like,
What do you want me to do?
She and I have a code. If you go over and say 2 words to Florid, my friend will get the message and get out of there.
Okay.
The 2 words are terminal and eternity. In that order. Please tell me you can do that. She's going to die.
I can do that.
I can do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Remember, terminal and eternity. In that order, just work them into a sentence.
Oh. Are you still here?
Excuse me?
You're an interesting one.
I could do without the
Something I
heckling.
can do for you, lady?
Okay, terminal eternity, right? Oh god, are we just gonna say terminal?
Is there a public extranet terminal around here?
In a club? You don't have an Omni tool?
That is a pretty strange question.
No, it fell off my arm.
I get by on public terminals. My Omni tool's been broken for an eternity.
That's a tough break. I'm done talking to you now.
Hey, Florid. I have to pee.
Yeah? Hurry back, Moiral. I'm ready to head out.
My name is Morinth. I've been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me?
Okie dokie.
Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk
Donna
to.
is now lying on my notes
Some
of things
nights
to say, so
there's
that's
just
great.
one person. Tonight it's you.
Here, you can hug
Why
the
is
pen.
that?
Come and sit with me in the shadows. Yes, also totally normal thing to say in a club. Or so I'm told.
You and I want the same things.
Do we?
Just to cars? Just to give the game away immediately.
What do you think of the music here?
Not that any is
rhythms,
playing.
Violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
I'm curious about a band called Expel 10.
They get in my head and tear it to pieces. They're in concert soon. Maybe we should go together. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that. You know?
What do you think of Hallex?
It slithers through my soul. Seems like we share some interests.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me. What about you?
Do you know the artist Forta?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
Do you know Vaenya?
My favorite. The two actresses on it are so glamorous.
I'll have to watch it.
Maybe we could do that together.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
It changes you, doesn't it?
We like the danger.
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
Where you can see and do things most people can't imagine.
Yes.
Or do
When
people?
I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
Thane is listening to all this and being like, she's a little too good at this.
Violence is a means to an end. Power is that end.
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
Bing! Well, that's a Tinder match. Thane quietly taking notes. Oh, goody. What the... Is that... I forget. Is that a statue of a Krogan? Yes, it is. Hello.
A gift from a suitor. The statue's got more personality than he did. Still, he impressed me enough that he finally got what he wanted. It didn't end the way he hoped.
Yeah.
I love any game where your opponent can believe he is about to win, just before you kill him.
Yeah, you know, if you just, like, if Shep had unwittingly walked into all of this, like, it's just one red flag after the other, just going ding. And the door's locked. That's odd, isn't it? Oh, and I got some assault rifle damage. That's nice.
I was into dueling for a while. I love the moment you see it in your opponent's eyes. He knows you're better, and he's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Have a Halix if you want. But wouldn't you rather have all your senses be clear and sharp right now? I certainly do.
Mm-hmm. So, Morinth, why's the door locked?
Surely you don't want to leave. Why don't you come over here? I promise you'll like it.
Yeah, this place is made entirely of red flags. Yeah, the walls are covered in them. So this is going to be an unpleasant, corrosive conversation.
I love clubs. People, movement, heat. I can still hear the bass like the drums of a great hunt out for your blood. But here, it's muted, and you're safe. Is that what you want, Shepard?
Safety is a lie.
People feel safest right before they die.
It's true. We're never safe. I've never understood the fascination with safety. Some of us choose differently. Independence over submission. I think we share that, you and I.
Ma'am? I can still hear the bass. Oh, you could hear the music? Because we sure didn't. Interesting angle for both of us.
We've both killed many times, but that's where the similarities end.
Why do you say that I've killed? What do you know? Let's stop playing games.
Yeah, you know, I took your mom on this date.
Look into my eyes and tell me you want me. Tell me you'd kill for me. Anything I want.
Surprise!
Don't count on it.
But you... Who are you? Oh no. I see what's going on. The bitch herself found a little helper.
Hello.
Mother. Do not call me that. I can't choose to stop being your daughter, Mother.
You made your choice long ago.
What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me. Enough, Morin! I am the genetic destiny of the Asari, but they are not ready to reveal this. So I must die.
You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more.
I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you.
I am already sworn to help you, Shepard.
And now we have to choose. No. Now Shepard gets to choose who gets executed. because it's entirely our decision who gets got and, like, you know, not the strength of the opponents who are actually in the duel. No, no, no.
End of the line, Morinth.
And they call me a monster.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess.
Yikes.
I am ready to leave this place and get on with my life. Are you ready to go as well?
I've never killed Samara, but I've read what happens if you keep Morinth alive, and oof. Yeah, I've only read it as well, but it is oof.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? I just killed the bravest and smartest of my daughters. There are no words. I will try another time. For now, show mercy on a broken old warrior and let us leave.
Yeah, you can, like, she joins you on the suicide mission, replacing Samara. And then in Mass Effect 3, she becomes a Banshee and you have to kill her. So.
Let's go.
Yay! Hey Thane, did you have a good time? Did you did you have a fun time in the ball pit? Or wherever we left you?
Or did he? Witnesses report seeing him alive on Omega.
Hold on, did I get more money maybe? No, it wasn't. Oh, was it Ken Salvage, wasn't it? Money. Nope, not enough to get the other thing. Or is it? Well, we can try. Hold on. I just need to find Ken Salvage again. Hi, Thane. Had a really normal evening. Everything went super well, and no one had to smash their daughter's face in. Yeah, no. No, that was totally fine. There we go. Thane, I'd like to be around a murderer I like for a while. No, please. Yeah. Ah, just not enough money. Oh, that's fine. Next time. Yeah. We'd like to be around a killer who's nice. Yeah. Listen, the end's been nigh for the past 10 times we walked past you. Nice friendly killer. Yeah, he's friend-shaped. Well, boyfriend-shaped. In this case. Alrighty, bye cat. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. And I have to stop for the day because my eyes are really itching, as you can tell by the fact I'm just blinking every 2 seconds. Even if you can't have any actual conversations with him anymore. No, conversations are boring, apparently. Okay. Kelly, I swear to beans, if I have emailed...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
At least we can now... Yeah, we should only got 2 choices, but now we can wear black and gold, which is cool. From Admiral Zen. I've been digging through the Alloy. I just wanted you to know that I did find a few things from the experiments. Had you shared them with me, humanity might have reaped the benefits. Instead, once my own experiments are complete, you and your people will watch from a distance as the Quarian people reclaim not just their homeworld, but the largest synthetic army in the galaxy. I do not like her. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Joker, then we're gonna talk to Samara, and then I'm gonna call it for the day because I need to put a cold, damp cloth on my eyes.
I'm glad things worked out, Commander. I was worried you'd dump Samara for some crazy soul sucker with a death fetish, all lithe and sexy and... Never mind.
On second thought, I'm never going to talk to Joker ever again.
See you, Commander.
Yeah, I don't like using eye drops.
Trimming compensators, decimal 1-2.
Like, I don't like putting things in my eyes, basically. So I don't use them. Like, I could never wear contact lenses. It gives me body horror. Samara, there we go. Every time you talk to him, it's like, nope, don't like that. Nope. Don't like it. Okay, port observation was Kasumi, right? Yeah, let's talk to Kasumi.
I was just thinking about you.
Oh, good.
It must have been really hard for Samara to ask you to help kill her own daughter. She told me she really appreciated your help. As hardcore as she is, I'm not sure she could have done it without you. I'm really glad you got Tally out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset. I have to say, that Jacob... he seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
I always put the drops on closed eyes and then blink them in, because same, I cannot put stuff in my eyes. Okay, I had not thought of that technique before. Huh. Thank you. Then I might give eye drops another shot. That might help.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. Next week, trip to the pharmacy. Beep.
Morinth haunted my dreams and waking hours equally. For the first time in 400 years, I am free. I am a ruined vessel of sorrow and regret, but I am free. It is not a feeling I can describe.
Was it worth it?
It was never a question of worth, but of need. I had to take the action I did, as did she. This was never a story that would have a happy outcome.
You did your duty. What about your feelings?
One of my daughters is dead. My hopes, my dreams were all bound up in my children. Still, my feelings have always come after my duty. The same is true of you.
You said that Morinth was a monster, but she was still your daughter.
She was the strongest and smartest. She would not accept the injustice thrust upon her. She fought to the end. I am so proud of her, Shepard.
What will you do now that Morinth is gone?
Assuming I survive your mission, I am a Justicar. Injustice still exists, and perhaps even other Ardat Yakshi.
There's no way to correct the condition Morinth had?
We are an advanced species, but we don't have magic. When the trait manifests at maturity, it is too late for mitigation. It only occurs in purebloods like myself. Perhaps that is the root of the stigma regarding Asari-exclusive pairings. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's just the colorway that changes, but it's still very boobs ahoy. It's like, oh, blue tits to the face at terminal velocity.
I thought Ardat Yakshi were extremely rare.
Asari have spread to many worlds. There are remote regions with no government oversight. If I travel to those worlds and they do exist, I will find them.
Morinth claimed that her condition was the future of the Asari race.
Morinth would say anything that served her cause. Ardat Yakshi are sterile, Shepard. That wouldn't be a particularly viable future for my people.
You don't want to settle down?
I did. I returned to my homeworld and tried to start a family. I will fight and struggle all my life. That is my fate. When I die, it will not be in bed. I am at peace with that.
You still control the direction of your life.
I have chosen this path. I truly am at peace, due in no small part to you.
You Wilkes. Okie dokie. Let's get upstairs. Let's get to the bridge. Oop, okay, let's get out of the elevator at least. Oh, goody gumdrops. Okay, next week. I figure next week we can do Shadow Broker and get the IFF. Like, that's fine, probably. And then, yeah, then it's Indie Friday, and then we gotta sneak our way around the galaxy map and talk to Legion a bunch, so that we can do their loyalty mission. And then we can mop up some more side stuff, and then everyone's gonna get kidnapped, and then we can try and kill Morden. So we're gonna hopefully be through with this very soon. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. You're welcome. Have a lovely weekend, and I will... Thanks for hanging out, girls who can do anything. Have a chill time. And then, yeah. I like how premeditated it is with Morden. Yep. Like, we have a goal now, and we're gonna make it happen. So yeah, see you on Tuesday with co-working. Because next Tuesday I have the day off, so I can do whatever I want. Girls can do murders. Yeah! They sure can. Okay. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. If you're watching this on the VOD, hello from the past. Hope the future's nice. Anyway, bye!